Bleed and Thorn will take you all the way to World Tier 4. I think that you might want to, if you're, I mean, you probably could do it in the dungeon, but if you're struggling, you might want to just do the heavy bleed as you get into that, you know, that final dungeon and into World Tier 4. But I don't know, it's pretty fun. The Bleed Thorns thing. It's just like if you're trying to scale 2 sources of damage early on, I feel like it might be better to just do 1, right? So yeah, how's survivability? With your shouts up, pretty good. That's like all barbarians. Like when you have your shouts up, you're a Super Saiyan unkillable beast. When your shouts are down, you kind of have to run away. But you have good fortify, you have good damage reduction when fortified, so that kind of helps a little bit. You get regen from your shouts.
I need more fury.
But yeah, I mean the shouts. If you don't have the little challenging shout up, you're taking some damn. Imagine these shouts. Yeah, are you doing a no shout build? Giga Chad no shout? Oh my gosh. No shout Giga Chad. So what this build does really well is elites. But now we don't have my shouts up, so we're scared. But a lot of the build is designed, like my talent stuff is designed to bring shouts on a short cooldown. So it doesn't have as much AoE, so it's not quite as fast as Whirlwind, but yeah, it does chop stuff down pretty good. These are just like, you know, baseline dungeons, so they're not real high level or anything. But I mean, the mobs are level 73, right? So yeah. I'm playing Whirlwind, but I got some crazy uniques like the 6. Yeah, so I have that that same axe. I'm using it right now. My Steel Grasp only rolled 4 ranks of Steel Grasp, but whatever. One thing that is really cool though is my gloves. We got some good gloves. These are plus 4 ranks of Rend, so
I don't have enough fury.
That definitely worked to my advantage there. Getting that going for us. Uh-oh. This is not good. We don't want that. I'm frozen again? Even I thought I had my CC shut up. But anyway. That whole pack of elites is just dead. And there's not a whole lot of like sound effects in this game that are quite as satisfying as Rend, I don't think. Oh, you're not dead yet, huh? Bye-bye. Dead now. Party guns. Nice. So yeah, it chops up elites really well, and when you hit elites, it also reduces your cooldown. So you really want to be like, like smacking an elite and AoEing other stuff. There's definitely some stuff I want to do. I was experimenting with one of the legendary aspects on my offhand, one of my one-handers. I was using it to give me overpower, which is not great for this build, like bleed. But what's cool about it is it makes your bleeds like cleave like that, and that is badass. But I think it'd be better off to like just berserk or something. But I want more attack speed basically. I need to like plan for attack speed later in the build. And speaking of which, I can also put on my potion. I made like 10 of these. 10 of these attack speed potions are so good. Belgo, thanks for tweaking the subs, bro. Ren and Ho, do you think Impale's any place in the bleed build? Impale or is that, you're talking about Rupture? I think if you like the playstyle, it's probably fine. I mean, like, at this point with Diablo, man, you really should just play a build that you think is fun. I know it looks like Impale. I know what you're talking about. You just play what you think is fun, because you're not likely gonna hit a wall because you're deciding to use Rupture over like Chain Hook or whatever, right? I think Rupture like is potentially good, but I don't necessarily like the playstyle, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Best for tiers 1 to 3 solo. What build? I found that my little Rend Thorns leveling build was really good. Yeah, it's not Whirlwind AoE, but god dang.
I'm not ready yet.
It is kind of cool to see this an entire pack of HP just like be consumed by Rend.
Enough fury.
So I do like it.
I'm not ready yet.
Yoink. But any barbarian build, basically, one of the first things you have to do is like solve your fury issue. Like, once you start getting yourself enough fury to do your stuff, then you're good to go. The chains made you notice since so many enemies. Yeah, so like them actually getting gripped in is definitely good. The main reason I'm using the chains is just for the instant vulnerability. I think there's a sigil that you can use for that though. But it gives me vulnerability when I hit them with the chains, and it also makes them vulnerable when I like the next rend that I hit. And so I want to have a lot of sources of vulnerability, so I'm scaling that like crazy. Basically, in this game, there's like 2 mechanics that every character has to have. You have to have a reliable way of making enemies vulnerable, and you need to have a reliable way of making yourself fortified. Because the fortify is like, you know, your damage reduction, and the vulnerable is the damage increase on enemies, so you gotta have that. And if you don't, then your build is kind of like missing something, right? So I have Fortify from overcapping my rage right now. And I have Vulnerable on a lot of different stuff.
I'm not ready yet.
But over the course of time, like, you know, I don't know if you guys played PoE ever. In PoE, you always have to kind of balance your stats and your resists. There's elements of that too with glyphs and stuff in this game, the stats, but not resist so much I've found. But then the Fortify and Vulnerable are like one of those things you gotta balance out. Our ARPGs are sometimes like little puzzle games. You gotta make sure everything still works in your build. Yo, Rooknar and Gecko, thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it, man. I think about increasing the damage of Warrior in WoW. Oh yeah, I mean, like I've been playing Diablo for a couple days, so now WoW is like clamoring to try to get me back. Like, no, come back. We'll buff Arms Warrior. So I appreciate it, but I'm pretty into Diablo right now, guys. Please come back. We'll buff Arms Warrior. No, I got stuff to do, guys. I probably should keep picking everything up for scrap or for gold, but I don't know. I'm getting a little bougie. I'm getting a little bougie right now. It's a give me ancestral, or I'm not picking you up, you know.
I must wait.
Hello. Hello, big fellas. Have some big booty bleeds, boys. That's some big booty bleeds. And I could weave in some flays, because flay makes them take 10% more bleed damage, but it also starts getting the weapon swap going. It's kind of OP, actually, because the weapon swap, the way it's set up, you can make it so that I'm only using 2 attacks. So you set it up that every overpowered hit is going to be my 2-hander with Ren, which is cool. And Duke, thank you so much, man. Big flicks for you. Thank you, man. Yeah, those guys do need to see a doctor. They got that booty bleed going on. That big booty bleed. Not good. That's what happens when you tussle with the Barbarian, man. Like get that booty bleed going. Happens.
I'm not ready yet.
Sweet, juicy, bleeding goodness. But hey guys, thank you again for hanging out, man. We're just getting started.
I must wait.
Another epic run of Diablo 4 coming up today. And again, if you guys are just tuning in from Dan and Sequisha's stream, I really appreciate you guys being here. Big fan of those streamers, big fan of those communities, so I do feel like we have a similar, like, good, respectful, fun vibe around here, so I think you guys may enjoy it around here.
I'm not ready yet.
Everybody's got their own little thing going on, different personalities and stuff, but I like what they got going on there, and I think that we got some good vibes going on over here too, so hopefully you like it. What you... Oh, he's healing from the poison ticks from y'all, maybe.
I need more fury.
Why don't you just sit over there and die to bleed? No, thank you. Ooh, he's stanky. You're one of them stanky skeletons. What was that? Ooh, more horsey armor. I've been trying to use the armor, or sorry, the horsey that you guys get for drops. Well, not drops, for the gifted sub thing. But I did get a spectral horsey from one of the Legion events yesterday. I'm about to bust that out, see what it looks like. Run! These elemental barrels busting up. What the heck? Where's my elite? Are you dead? Oh. Maybe he died. Got a little first one, yeah. Makes ghost nays, cool. You get, I don't know what level you get your mount because it's more like campaign progression related. You got any friends? Like, is it just you? Just you and me? That's not very good for you. Not quite. That's not very good for him. Just dashing a group of mobs, they got greeted by the butcher. Dude, the butcher, our first encounter wasn't until World Tier 3. And let me tell you, he waited way too long. Okay, look at this. So what this build does really well is single target. Check this out. There you go, boss.
I'm not ready yet.
It's a great boss killer. Very good boss killer. Very good elite killer. Yeah, the butcher, like I said, he waited way too long to fight me. He got schmacked. Though he did try to gank me yesterday, and it was much better of a fight. We got him, but it was a much better fight. That was fun. Yeah, you like that boss damage? How's my Fury auto-generating? So, I have Fury on shouts. I have Fury on my Rend. Whenever I hit something with Rend, it generates Fury. And then I'm oftentimes weaving one Flay in between. Because part of it keeps my bleed damage buffed by 10%, but you can do this. And it's like a real smooth rotation. I don't need to do it against most things, but against bosses where you don't have everything to like cleave. But I also I like my cooldowns get reduced by hitting bosses, which is fun too. Anything cool out of that one? I definitely didn't pick up very much, but that's okay. Anyway, that's what the build looks like. Pretty good, huh? Is Rend or Whirlwind better in my opinion? I think late game, ultimately, Whirlwind is an untouchable build in terms of its speed and efficiency. It's just how it is. However, I leveled as Thorn's Bleed. It was great. Yo, Cybernetic Bug Lord. Thank you so much for Big Flex for you. You sound like the kind of character my 4-year-old would be interested in meeting. A Cybernetic Bug Lord. You are right up his alley. You are right up his alley. Cybernetic Bug Lord. That's 10 gifted subs too, man. Holy crap. Thank you, man. But yeah, I think Whirlwind is kind of untouchable. Just due to the fact that you're doing massive AoE damage while moving and moving fast. I mean, that's just, when it comes to action RPGs, if you're playing the game for like end-game efficiency and you're just trying to get as much dungeon runs as you can to get as much chances at good loot as you can, that's kind of untouchable. Now, if you don't really like the playstyle, then you might want to play something like Rend, where you're doing like big bleeds and you walk away, or like Hammer the Ancients, where you do like a gigantic screen-clearing smash, which I played in beta and loved that. The reason I'm playing this mostly is because I haven't played it before, and I think it's kind of unique, and I think it's good as well. I don't think I'm just like doing like some kind of meme build. I think this is an end game shredder build right here. But also it's just kind of the natural evolution of what I was leveling with, right? I just dropped some stuff, and I've just kind of been gotten used to the random playstyle. And I'm telling you, man, if you look at some of the paragons, there is some nasty like damage over time paragon that you can put in. And it's probably like that for other skills too, like physical damage over time and whatnot, or physical damage just in general. But you're really splashing these guys. My guide ended at 50. So here's the new one. The exclamation mark build. This will link you my. So we're sponsored by Mobalytics. So all my builds over time will be on there. But that's also if you scroll down, there's like a YouTube channel, or YouTube video walkthrough. But I need to put a paragon point in anyway, so I can show you. Oh, speaking of which, we need a little bit more willpower. Interesting. So we can't get the damage reduction from bleeding yet. But if I click it, I still get the plus strength, so I get this. So what's going on? Physical damage over time and damage from enemies that are bleeding. Where's that getting added into this? Oh, is that oh, that's what it's doing. It's giving us that bonus. Okay. So we just got to get some more willpower somewhere. Okay. I wonder if I could take a different path. This is willpower, willpower, willpower. That would be 15 willpower. How much do I need? Nice. I need 16 willpower. Cute. All right, we'll find like a Lilith statue or something. That's real cute, Diablo. Real cute. Nice seeing what my Ren build can look like when I get to your level. Yeah, I got you, man. I got you. Real cute. We'll get another one. Nick Stone, thank you so much for the 2 good subs, man. Big flex for you. Appreciate it, dude. Oh, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there on our reputation. We're getting there. Yeah, we'll find some willpower Liliths out there somewhere. But yeah, you guys just kind of get down to gaming today. I feel like we've been starting my streams with like guides, like just like, you know, talking about stuff. But I don't really mind just diving right into the gameplay. I don't mind that at all. There are some things that I want to do at some point. Like I want to make some videos like about like things I wish I knew, just like helpful beginner tips for Barbarian players, like what dungeons to go for, like what stats to look for, what aspects to put on. I think that would be good. Like specifically, there's these 2 dungeons that you can get, like resource generation stuff. That's really easy to get. Like your shouts generate resource and applying CCs generates resource. And if you get those early on, it'll really help you out how smooth your character feels. I feel like you could shred stuff. 'Cause I feel like resource generation is kind of one of the main things that holds you back. But that's another reason why I like Thorns so much. Because Thorns was like, it was a way to kill stuff, AoE, that didn't require you to press a button or have a resource. So it didn't take up like a slot in your inventory, or sorry, your ability bar. And it didn't cost you any resource, but stuff just died to Thorns, which is great. But eventually I think it's more important to specialize. And once you solve your resources, you probably do more damage anyway. What's up, Extra? You want to stream? Thank you, man. And Falpa, thanks for the 2 good subs, bro. Welcome, dude. And welcome, guys who got hooked up by subbies. Enjoy your emotes, enjoy your ad-free viewing. I try not to spam ads too hard, but just so you guys can prepare yourselves, you usually can expect to see 3 minutes of ads after 30 minutes of gameplay, okay? So, definitely not nearly as bad as TV. But ads are a big-time free support for the channel, so it means a lot that you guys tolerate those. Just know that if you're watching an ad, you're supporting me. However, you guys can also sub to the stream and you don't get any ads. And hang out long enough. A few gifties have been going out recently, as you know, you may have been able to tell. Maybe you get gifted one. But you can also, if you really want to, I have Twitch Turbo, so.
I'm not ready yet.
I just went ahead and got that, because I try to sub to streamers that I enjoy, but it's also nice to just have Turbo, so you can, you know, go in somebody's stream and not to watch ads, but also support them at the same time. Feels good, man.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay. Maybe I will start picking up everything, man. We're kind of like, yeah, we need the money. I was thinking about we're just picking up Ancestral, but I don't know. If we're running dungeons, we may as well make money. Alright, so this is bonus. Oh, okay. How much does it cost to unspec this? Oh no, I need the strength anyway. So we'll get the willpower after, but I think I can buff this one's willpower to 9. So, okay, now we only need 7. Okay, so we need 1 more talent point and we're good. All right, nice. It worked out. It worked out. I don't think Might is like the best like glyph for me here, but it is a glyph that works. It works. I think sometimes that's the most important thing of all. How does your bleed on mobs run down so fast? Is it overpowered? No, I think it's just a big ass bleed. And sometimes I also, I mean, I think a bigger bleed just looks like it doesn't work, like, it goes down faster. Like, if you stack it up a ton, right? Is that how that works? Maybe bleed is always the same, always pace. You feel betrayed talking to Vaughn this morning? Well, I mean, first of all, thank you for tuning in. Second of all, it does say it in big, big text at the top of the screen. VOD replay. However, I appreciate you tuning in for the VODs. Supporting the stream just with your viewership during those times. And a lot of times unless I'm like sleeping or doing something else, like hanging out with Archer, I usually am in the chat trying to keep an eye on things just a little bit.
I'm not ready yet.
And maybe I'll answer a question in there, but yeah. I don't mean to betray you. or mislead you. It isn't big old text up there. Why? That was one of the more power bleeds right there.
Not ready yet.
So, what would be nice? I mean, I wonder if this happens at a certain level. I wonder if just yellow gear that would be like normal sacred just drops, or sorry, normal rares just drop as shards. Dude, I'm telling you, man. Did you guys play Diablo 3 last season? Like the altar one? Oh my gosh. I'm dead. I was very much less dead than I thought I was there. Based fortify. Thank you. But anyway, last Diablo season, there was so much quality of life. It would like auto scrap like little yellow and blue gear for you. It would auto pick up your gold and gems and stuff. I don't know, man. That might make some players mad, but I am not against quality of life. I am a quality of life enjoyer, and I would love for you to be able to set like a setting to like auto pick up and scrap and turn into like a little scrap whatever, just yellow and blue gear, or make it like Torchlight where you have like a pet that picks it up, and your pet can go back to town and sell stuff for you. I mean, in WoW, I have a mount to do that. I like your mounts, you can just like get on it and just sell stuff. But it'd be nice not to go back to town to sell everything all the time. Someday. The game just came out, so they gotta kind of live with the quality of life a little bit. You gotta be able to like feel the weight, you know what I mean? Yeah. You want gem inventory? Yeah, gems should just be like a material, like that's just in your sidebar there. Cause like my entire bank is filled with gems right now. Can you? So does anybody have alts yet? Can you put like a Big Daddy gem in your baby alts gear? Because if so, I'm getting rid of all the baby gems. But dude, they're like precious gems, and they sell for like 1 gold. The vendors are like, I don't know what this is. I'll give you 1 gold. They got no idea. That level requirement? Okay. It might be good to keep some gems around then, but I mean I
need more fury. I'm not ready.
Your alts are gonna find gems. Probably don't need them. But yeah, just picking up Veiled Crystal on the ground, like I like that. That makes me feel good. Yeah, exactly. Just auto scraps everything. Pretty good. Remember the name of the resource generating aspect? Okay, so here's a pro tip. Just go to collections, go to Codex of Power, show my class only, and go to resource, and you can see all of them. The one I'm talking about though is restore 1 primary resource when you crowd control an enemy. Doesn't sound great, but everything that you do as this build will slow something because you bleed it and then you slow it. And then the other one is the shouts generate fury per second. You need this one. This is the biggest one, I think. And then eventually, when you find the ring, you're going to probably still use this shouts cooldown reduction ring, just because your shouts are so important. But those 2 essences or aspects come from dungeons that you can just run and just slap on every piece of gear. So I would recommend those for my barbarian brothers out there who are like trying to level up and are like, man, I really don't want to auto attack 18 times to cast 1 Hammer of the Ancients, you know? That will help. I still think my build recommendations are good overall,
Not ready yet.
but that's something I would add to it for your leveling setup. You know what I mean? Chopping. Eventually I may use a sword for Ren, but man, this axe animation looks so brutal. So brutal. I like it. Martial Glyph, yep, I got that in there too, yep. Yep.
I must wait.
But yeah, if you're like brand spanking new fresh leveling, not gonna have like Paragons and stuff yet, but yes. If you have access to Paragon, that's definitely something you might want to do. Come here, you.
I must wait.
That's a whole lot of mobs, isn't it? Come here, boys, stack it up. Stack it up, don't be shy.
I'm not ready yet.
I shouldn't say it out loud, but I'm going to. Feeling kind of tanky. Feeling kind of tanky. I've got the barb nerfs. I never like played unnerfed except for like in beta, so it didn't really affect me too much. It makes your like, yeah, it makes your guy worse, but I mean, I think instead of it just being like you find this ring and you have infinite shout up time immediately, it's like, okay, so that ring is one component of the infinite shout up time, or good shout up time. Then you have to use a glyph for it. You probably have to make sure that you have CDR on your necklace and your helmet. Like, that's fine. Plus, it's a PvE game, so whatever. I do want to do the PvP though, but very much looking forward to it. I just gotta get my character strong first. I don't know if I'd play this build for PvP though. Direct damage against bleeding enemies has a chance to stun. I think that's a lucky hit one, right? Yeah, I wasn't real impressed with it. I don't know if you get a lot of value out of lucky hit without stacking it, and I don't stack it right now. But that's the thing about Diablo, man, is if you're like, yo, I'm doing it, I'm doing a lucky hit build, then you can, you know, you can. Get down with your bad self, you know, like do it. Yeah, I just haven't been doing that. Today is the day, though, guys. Today's the day we finish Fractured Peaks rep. If you unlock the aspects on one character, are they unlocked for all? I think so. I think a lot of stuff in Diablo is like BOA, right? Like I don't think we have to do the campaign in season 1. Like I don't think we have to find statues of Lilith in season 1. Right?
I'm not ready yet.
I hope I'm right about that. That'd be great.
I'm not ready yet.
I think I am starting to get drops that are just like crystals because they would have been an actual item before. Oh man, this guys, this game has just so much stuff they can do with it over time. Yeah, new aspects, new abilities, new dungeons, new bosses, like more PvP content. I mean, like the way that this works is gonna be like MMO. They're just gonna like add a whole new zone. More rep to farm in that new zone with like new rewards and stuff. Like your power creep is gonna be absurd, but that's how action RPGs work. It'll be super fun. They have created something really special with this game. Like it's new and it's hype, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving playing it. I'm loving creating content for it. So I'm like real hype about it. But I mean, really, the potential for this game long term is wild. They've really done a good job with it. Okay. Ready to go. Let's go one-shot this boss real quick. How much room do I have? Come with me. Set. You guys coming right? Sets? Yeah. Do you have to find all the statues, or are we find only getting a few? I mean, I feel like eventually you probably would like to find them all over time, but you don't have to like say. I mean, some people probably have already found them all, but like you just find them over time. Like whenever you're like in the area, you might want to just look around every once in a while. Rune words? That'd be cool too. All right, watch this. Goodbye. Omaiwa Oshindairu. Got him. Got him. The boss is nutty. Blech. Okay. I guess I'll go pick up some loot real quick. Maybe I won't, maybe not.